Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today not to confront the world with fists raised high or engage in battles that drain us of our energy, but to understand a deeper truth, a truth that reveals how we can overcome adversaries and obstacles without the need for direct conflict. There is a way to outmaneuver your enemy, to neutralize their influence without ever throwing a punch. And today, I want to explore with you this profound principle. In a world obsessed with confrontation, we must learn to elevate our minds and strategies beyond the common ways of warfare. Destroying your enemy does not mean engaging in physical or verbal battles. Instead, it is about mastering your environment, your thoughts, and your responses. It's about becoming so focused on your purpose that you leave no room for distractions. This concept may seem counterintuitive in a culture that glorifies competition and dominance, but history has shown that true victory often comes to those who can neutralize threats without direct confrontation. As we delve into this principle, I will present 10 key insights that can help you understand how to destroy your enemy without fighting them. These are not mere tactics, but timeless truths that, when applied, will lead to victory on a much higher level than any physical confrontation could achieve. Let us now begin to unravel the power of strategic mastery, restraint, and wisdom. The power of silence. Silence is often mistaken for weakness, but it is one of the most potent tools in your arsenal. By choosing silence, you avoid unnecessary conflict and prevent your enemy from understanding your intentions. They will make assumptions, act out of frustration, and in their impatience reveal their vulnerabilities. Silence gives you the time and space to analyze their moves while they remain unaware of your strategy. This patience, this control over your emotions and reactions can disarm your opponent before they even realize what is happening. In silence, you create a veil of mystery. Your enemy cannot gauge your next move, and this uncertainty unsettles them. Most people expect retaliation, anger, or some form of resistance. But when you remain calm and composed, you create an environment where they begin to second-guess themselves. The less they know about your plans, the more they will struggle to anticipate and counter your actions. Furthermore, silence allows you to conserve your energy. Every battle you avoid is a victory in itself because you remain focused on your larger goals. Rather than engaging in trivial disputes, you keep your eye on the bigger picture, ensuring that your path to success is not hindered by unnecessary distractions. Silence is not about avoiding confrontation out of fear, but about exercising wisdom and choosing when and how to act. Your silence can provoke doubt in your adversary, causing them to lose confidence in their own strategy. Additionally, silence demonstrates your inner strength. When you are silent, you are in control of your emotions. You are not easily swayed by the provocations of others. This emotional fortitude is crucial in ensuring that you maintain the upper hand. Your silence speaks volumes about your ability to stay composed under pressure, a quality that often leads to victory without a single confrontation. In the end, silence is not an admission of defeat, but rather a statement of power. It allows you to move in ways that are unseen, unheard, and unfathomable to those who seek to oppose you. By embracing silence, you destroy your enemy's expectation of a fight, and in doing so, you win the battle before it even begins. The art of strategic withdrawal. There is great wisdom in knowing when to retreat. A tactical withdrawal is not about running away from conflict, but about removing yourself from situations that serve no purpose in your overall mission. When you step back, you give yourself the vantage point to observe the bigger picture. You allow your enemies to waste their resources on battles that do not concern you, while you conserve your strength for the fights that truly matter. Strategic withdrawal creates space for reflection and recalibration. In the heat of the moment, emotions can cloud judgment, leading to rash decisions. By withdrawing, you remove yourself from the emotional intensity of the situation, giving yourself the clarity to assess your next move. This clarity is crucial in ensuring that you do not act out of impulse, but with calculated precision. Moreover, when you withdraw, you force your enemy to engage with themselves. Without your presence as a target, they are left with their own doubts, fears, and insecurities. They may begin to question the validity of their pursuit, and in their confusion, they might even turn on each other. Your absence can create a vacuum that destabilizes their unity, causing internal conflicts that weaken their resolve. Another benefit of strategic withdrawal is that it gives you the opportunity to re-enter the situation on your terms. When you choose the time and place of your engagement, you control the narrative. You are no longer reacting to the actions of others, but are dictating the flow of events. This allows you to strike with precision at the most opportune moment, when your adversaries are least prepared. Lastly, strategic withdrawal is a demonstration of humility. It shows that you are not driven by pride or ego, but by a clear understanding of your priorities. You are not afraid to step back when necessary because you are focused on the long-term victory, not short-term skirmishes. In this way, you destroy your enemy's perception of your weakness and instead reveal the strength of your strategic mind. Mastering emotional control. Emotional control is perhaps one of the most difficult yet essential skills to develop in the pursuit of victory. Your enemy will often try to provoke you, to draw you into a reaction that serves their agenda. However, when you master your emotions, you rob them of this power. By remaining calm and composed, you prevent yourself from being manipulated and stay focused on your ultimate goal. When your enemy cannot provoke you, they become frustrated. Their attempts to destabilize you fall flat, and in their frustration, they are likely to make mistakes. This is where your opportunity lies. Emotional control allows you to think clearly even in the midst of chaos. You are able to see the situation for what it truly is, rather than through the distorted lens of anger or fear. This clarity of thought gives you the upper hand, as you can respond with logic and strategy rather than reacting impulsively. Furthermore, emotional control signals to your enemy that you are not easily shaken. It demonstrates an inner strength that commands respect. Your calm demeanor can often disarm an opponent more effectively than any physical force. When they see that their provocations have no effect on you, they begin to lose confidence in their ability to defeat you. Emotional control also prevents you from wasting energy on unnecessary battles. When you are in control of your emotions, you are able to choose which conflicts are worth your time and which are not. You are no longer driven by the need to prove yourself in every situation, but rather by the wisdom to engage only when it aligns with your greater purpose. In the end, emotional control is about mastering yourself before you attempt to master others. It is about recognizing that your greatest enemy is often within your own impulses, fears, and insecurities. By conquering these internal battles, you position yourself to win external ones without ever needing to engage in direct conflict. Building alliances with adversaries. One of the most effective ways to neutralize an enemy is to turn them into an ally. This may seem counterintuitive, but it is a strategy that has been used throughout history to great effect. When you can find common ground with your adversaries, you remove the need for conflict altogether. Instead of battling against each other, you work together toward a mutually beneficial goal. Building alliances requires humility and the ability to see beyond your own interests. It involves recognizing that your enemy is not inherently evil or wrong, but simply has a different perspective. By understanding their motivations, you can find areas where your goals align, and in doing so, create a partnership that benefits both parties. This strategy not only neutralizes the immediate threat, but also creates long-term stability. When you turn an adversary into an ally, you gain their support and resources, which can strengthen your own position. You also remove the possibility of future conflict, as your former enemy now has a vested interest in your success. Moreover, building alliances demonstrates wisdom and maturity. It shows that you are not driven by pride or the need for domination, but by a genuine desire for peace and progress. This approach often leads to greater respect from others, as they see you as someone who values cooperation over competition. Ultimately, building alliances with adversaries is about creating a win-win situation. Instead of engaging in a zero-sum game where only one party can emerge victorious, you create a scenario where both parties can achieve their goals. In doing so, you destroy the very concept of the enemy, as there is no longer a need for opposition. Overpowering through purpose. One of the most profound ways to destroy your enemy without fighting is to be so consumed by your purpose that you leave no room for opposition. When you are driven by a clear vision and a sense of destiny, the distractions and obstacles around you become irrelevant. Your focus is so intense that your enemies cannot keep up with your pace or match your determination. Purpose gives you the strength to rise above petty conflicts. It allows you to see beyond the immediate challenges and focus on the bigger picture. When you are guided by a deep sense of purpose, the actions of others become inconsequential. You are not swayed by their attempts to derail you because you are too focused on your mission. Moreover, purpose creates momentum. When you are aligned with your true calling, things begin to fall into place. Doors open, opportunities arise, and your progress accelerates. Your enemies may try to stop you, but they are no match for the force of purpose that propels you forward. In this way, your success becomes inevitable and your enemies are left in the dust, unable to keep up with your pace. Purpose also gives you resilience. When you are deeply connected to your mission, setbacks and challenges do not deter you. You are able to bounce back from failures because you understand that they are just part of the journey. This resilience frustrates your enemies as they realize that no matter what they do, they cannot stop you. In the end, purpose is the ultimate weapon. When you are so focused on your mission that you have no time for distractions, your enemies become irrelevant. They may continue to fight against you, but they are fighting a losing battle because you are operating on a higher level. In this way, you destroy your enemy without ever needing to engage them directly. Understanding the weaknesses of ego. Ego is often the downfall of many leaders and individuals who seek to engage in unnecessary battles. It fuels a need for recognition, validation, and superiority, which leads to conflicts that could otherwise be avoided. By understanding how ego plays a role in both your own behavior and the behavior of your adversaries, you can dismantle its influence and avoid direct confrontation. When your enemy is driven by ego, they are often blind to reason. They act out of a desire to prove themselves, to be seen as powerful or dominant. However, this very need for validation is their greatest weakness. By refusing to engage with their ego-driven provocations, you leave them to battle their own insecurities. In their quest for recognition, they will often overextend themselves, making mistakes that reveal their vulnerabilities. On the other hand, when you allow your own ego to dictate your actions, you become easy prey for manipulation. Your enemy will know exactly which buttons to push to provoke a reaction from you. They will play on your need for validation, leading you into battles that serve no purpose other than to inflate your ego. By mastering your ego, you prevent this from happening. You are no longer driven by a need to prove yourself, but by a clear understanding of your mission. Understanding the weaknesses of ego also allows you to manipulate the ego of your adversary. By appealing to their desire for recognition or superiority, you can guide their actions in ways that serve your own interests. You can make them believe they are winning when in reality they are playing right into your hands. This is a form of psychological warfare that allows you to destroy your enemy without ever engaging in direct conflict. In the end, ego is both a weapon and a weakness. When you understand its influence, you can use it to your advantage while avoiding its pitfalls. By mastering your own ego and exploiting the ego of your adversary, you can achieve victory without ever needing to fight. Transforming your mindset to win. Victory is often won in the mind long before it is realized in reality. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have in overcoming any obstacle or enemy. When you cultivate a mindset of success, resilience, and unwavering confidence, you position yourself to win every battle without needing to engage in direct conflict. Your enemy may be strong in body, but if you have mastered your mind, they are already defeated. The power of the mind lies in its ability to shape your reality. When you believe in your own success, when you are certain of your victory, you create the conditions necessary for that success to manifest. Your mindset determines how you respond to challenges, how you navigate obstacles, and how you engage with your adversaries. Moreover, a winning mindset allows you to remain calm and focused even in the face of adversity. When you are confident in your ability to overcome any challenge, you are not easily rattled by the actions of others. This composure often unnerves your enemies as they cannot understand why their efforts to provoke you are failing. Your calm, unshakable demeanor is a testament to your inner strength, and it often leads to your enemies doubting their own abilities. Additionally, a transformed mindset allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. While your enemy is focused on defeating you, you are focused on using the situation to your advantage. You are able to turn challenges into stepping stones for your success. And in doing so, you neutralize the efforts of your adversaries. They become irrelevant as you are operating on a higher level of consciousness. In the end, victory is a state of mind. When you have transformed your mindset to one of unwavering confidence and focus, you have already won. Your enemies may continue to fight, but their efforts are futile because you are operating from a place of inner strength and certainty. In this way, you destroy your enemy without ever needing to engage in direct conflict. Outlasting through patience. Patience is a virtue that is often overlooked in the pursuit of victory, yet it is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal. When you are patient, you allow time to work in your favor. While your enemies exhaust themselves in futile efforts, you remain calm and composed, waiting for the perfect moment to act. Patience allows you to outlast your adversaries. Most people are driven by a need for immediate results, and in their impatience, they make mistakes. They overcommit, overextend, and overestimate their own abilities. By remaining patient, you avoid these pitfalls. You understand that true victory is not achieved in a single moment, but through a series of well-timed actions that build upon each other. Furthermore, patience gives you the ability to observe your enemy's weaknesses. While they rush to defeat you, they reveal their strategies, their vulnerabilities, and their limitations. You, on the other hand, remain silent and watchful, gathering the information you need to strike with precision. When the time comes, you are fully prepared while your enemy is exhausted and vulnerable. Patience also allows you to conserve your energy. Every battle you avoid is a victory in itself because it allows you to focus your resources on the fights that truly matter. You are not distracted by the need to prove yourself in every conflict, but rather you choose your battles wisely. This strategic approach often leads to long-term success, as you are able to outlast your enemies by simply refusing to engage in unnecessary conflicts. In the end, patience is about playing the long game. It is about understanding that victory is not always immediate, but that it is inevitable for those who are willing to wait. By outlasting your enemies, you destroy their efforts without ever needing to fight. You win by simply staying the course while they burn out in their haste. Leveraging the power of influence. Influence is a far more effective tool than force when it comes to destroying your enemies without fighting them. When you can influence the thoughts, actions, and perceptions of others, you control the battlefield without ever needing to engage in direct conflict. Influence allows you to shape the narrative, to guide the actions of others in ways that serve your interests. Influence is built through trust, respect, and credibility. When others see you as a person of integrity and wisdom, they are more likely to follow your lead. This gives you the ability to direct the flow of events without ever needing to lift a finger. Your enemies may try to oppose you, but if you have the influence over key decision makers, their efforts are in vain. Furthermore, influence allows you to turn your enemies' allies into your own. When you can sway the opinions of those around them, you isolate your enemy, leaving them without support. This often leads to their downfall, as they are left to fight a battle they cannot win on their own. Your influence has effectively destroyed their position of power without ever needing to engage in direct conflict. Influence also allows you to create a legacy that outlasts any single battle. While your enemies may come and go, your influence remains. It extends beyond the immediate conflict and continues to shape the course of events long after the battle is over. In this way, you achieve not just victory, but lasting impact. In the end, influence is about creating a reality where your enemies no longer have the power to oppose you. They are neutralized not through force, but through the sheer weight of your influence. By leveraging this power, you destroy your enemies without ever needing to fight them. Winning through self-mastery. Self-mastery is the foundation upon which all other strategies are built. When you have mastered yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, you become unstoppable. Your enemies may try to oppose you, but they are fighting against someone who has already won the most important battle, the battle within. Self-mastery gives you control over your reactions. You are no longer swayed by the actions of others, but are guided by your own principles and values. This inner strength makes you impervious to the provocations of your enemies. They may try to draw you into conflict, but you remain calm and composed, focused on your mission. Moreover, self-mastery allows you to see the bigger picture. You are not distracted by the need for immediate gratification or recognition, but are focused on long-term success. This perspective gives you the ability to navigate challenges with wisdom and patience, while your enemies are caught up in the short-term battles. Self-mastery also allows you to maintain a sense of balance in your life. While your enemies are consumed by their need to defeat you, you remain centered and grounded. You are able to pursue your goals without being thrown off course by the actions of others. This balance is key to achieving victory without ever needing to engage in direct conflict. In the end, self-mastery is the ultimate form of victory. When you have mastered yourself, you have already won. Your enemies may continue to fight, but the efforts are futile because you are operating from a place of inner strength and clarity. By achieving self-mastery, you destroy your enemies without ever needing to fight them. We have explored the profound wisdom of winning battles without ever engaging in direct conflict. Victory does not always require the clashing of swords or the exchange of blows. It is found in the mastery of strategy, the depth of character, and the understanding of human nature. By harnessing the power of self-mastery, patience, influence, and purpose, you elevate yourself beyond the reach of your enemies. You win not by fighting, but by transcending the very need to engage. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you destroy your enemy without ever needing to fight them.